Standing outside the Lenawee County Sheriff's Office, county leaders today are officially dedicating this building in honor of former Sheriff Richard L. Germond, the longest-serving sheriff in Michigan history.
What made it so unique is he did this for so many years, and he did it in a way that just was outstanding. His leadership and his care for the community, really.
First time I showed up at the Adrian noon meeting, Sheriff Germond was something I didn't realize they did in clubs like that. He was the fine giver. Did a great job with a lot of humor, and I enjoyed it. Till he said, "Oh, we have State Representative Tim Walberg here." Fine, you're fine. And I made the mistake of saying, "Sheriff, why? Why would you find me?" For being a politician. Why wouldn't I find him?
I just want to say what an honor it is to be able to speak here today to represent our legend, our hero, Sheriff Richard Germond. He was known so well across the state. We couldn't go anywhere, and of course, he later promoted me twice. I ended up in the road patrol and then a road patrol corporal. So I went all around the state to trainings, and everywhere I would go, as soon we'd always introduce ourselves and say where we're from. "Oh, Sheriff Germond." Everybody, always. He was so popular. And of course, serving as the president of the Michigan Sheriff's Association and the National Sheriff's Association, the guy was very popular.
The fact that he started out at such a young age and stayed in this and just kept at it, and the fact that, like I said, he cared about the people that he served, and he was part of the community, and that's really what sticks out in my mind as far as his legacy.
Germond spent more than 4 decades in law enforcement, including 36 years leading the department.
Our father taught us many vital lessons growing up, which wasn't always by instruction, but more by example in the way that he lived his life. He was a humble man, even though he was larger than life in the eyes of many who knew him and worked with him throughout his tenure in law enforcement and service to his community. Dad was not one to toot his own horn. Instead, he continued to focus on contributing in whatever way he could to his profession, his community, and especially his family.
The biggest influence that I saw, and that many others did too, is how much he really enjoyed doing the job, and for him it was more of a calling. For a lot of us it's more of a calling, but he made sure that he kept the community in his mind number one, and he was always available, and he was always doing something for the community, whether it was as sheriff, and then afterwards he just kept involved through Kiwanis, like I mentioned. I could always find him at Kiwanis, and then later on it was just he worked on the election stuff as well. So you could always find him in the community and doing things for the community, and that's really what I believe his legacy was.
Officials credit him with establishing Lenawee County's modern 911 system and shaping public safety operations still used today. In downtown Adrian, I'm Brian Vish for WLEN, Lenawee's local news station.